What's going on, Gemini? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for May 2023. So in this reading, Gemini, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month of May. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming in May, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding May 2023 and much more, Gemini. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me, Gemini, as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Gemini, definitely smash that like button and subscribe down below if you have not already. I would really appreciate that, and it's good vibes over here. So with that being said, let's pull the energy and see what wants to come through for you, Gemini. There's a message coming through about 2023 hasn't really started for you until this month, until May 2023. Okay, Gemini, the year hasn't really started for you until right now. And many of you are feeling this right now. So let's go ahead and get into this. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Gemini. Some of you dealing with a work project, it feels like it's too much because you're overlaying unnecessary thoughts about it instead of just acting and doing. Just had to say that, sorry. Yeah. So, hold on, Gemini, one more. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here for you, Gemini. Yeah, you may have a lot of high highs and a lot of low lows in May. A lot of high highs and a lot of low lows for some of you. But the lows are, they're not as, I'm not sugarcoating, but they're not actually as low as you think. They're actually part of a bigger plan. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start this reading for you with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, Gemini. The first message from the universe for you, from the universe for May, is big, bold vision. All right, so this big, bold vision you have in you, and you want to bring it into the world, is what the universe is telling me to tell you. A lot of you, this is coming through as your belief systems, because Gemini is you have a lot of mental dexterity, so you can get into everything. The message that's coming through right now for most of you is that your intelligence is holding you back. They always say, or one of my mentors I heard say online, they're like, the lower the IQ, the more money they make. Did you hear me? The lower the IQ, the more money they make, because it just gives you this freedom to act, like you don't overthink things. And I feel I've used that frequency to my advantage in many ways. There's many people who are most of you are very smarter than me in certain ways, and I just rip it, you know what I mean? So, big, bold vision. No matter who you are, Gemini, look at your belief systems this month. And what many of you have to realize is that your beliefs create your entire reality, but a lot of your beliefs that are holding you back right now, Gemini, a lot of what makes you feel resistance to that big, bold vision is cultural conditioning. It doesn't have to be real for you if you don't want it to be, but there may be, and for a lot of you there are, some drastic measures that you must take to rid these beliefs out of your mind. A lot of you, this is going to come down to some sort of physical movement. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. You also have Sacred Fool. Okay, Sacred Fool, Gemini. So this energy, for those of you that act on your big, bold vision, but even whatever else you have going on, in some way there's going to be people around you that are going to look at you like a fool. look at you as dumb, look at you as less than, look at you as handicapped, could we say, for being on the leading edge of thought. And remember, Gemini, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. That quote just came into my head. It's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. And so if people are calling you weird or, a sacred fool or whatever, they may not see you as sacred, but you must see yourself as sacred. And so there's something about owning your weirdness, and it's going to be necessary for you to act on this big, bold vision. So people may be calling you insane, or people could be questioning your sanity. But what I would ask you to ask yourself is, who's going to have the last laugh here? You know what I mean? Like, these people's opinions don't pay the rent for you, and they never will. And so what this means basically, Gemini, is that if someone wants to view you as a fool, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. And basically what I'm getting from this is, many of you, because you're on the leading edge of thought, because you have a big, bold vision that has never been seen before on the planet, or it has been seen before but not seen in the specific way you want to bring it to life, there's just going to be a lot of misunderstanding. Okay, so you just don't take it personally. You also have Shock of the New, and the weird thing about this, Gemini, is this card, if you recall from your 2023 predictions reading, this card came out in your 2023 predictions reading. And so much of what was predicted in the 2023 predictions reading in terms of your life taking a 180 that process is going to start in May. If you even go back to those readings, I told you, wait, the year hasn't started in January, the year hasn't started in April, it's May, and now it's getting going. But it seems to me there may be some sort of moving in silence thing that you're doing. Remember, Gemini, real G's move in silence like lasagna. There's a weird energy coming through, but we're rolling with it. All right, so let's get into the tarot now, and keeping those big, bold vision, sacred fool, Shock of the New in mind. Opportunity. Your opportunity, Gemini, for May is the Four of Pentacles. And the quote, real G's move in silence like lasagna, just popped in my head. And what that means, to translate for some of you people that don't understand what I just said, is there's an opportunity for you to move in silence, for you to not really reveal your plans to the wrong people. Okay, there's something about something is coming to an end for you, a burden. And for a lot of you, this has to do with belief in lack mentality. Oh my God, like, all these people don't believe in this big, bold vision, or they think I'm crazy, or blah, whatever it is. The biggest opportunity I ever did when I manifested the autistic mystic, the success on this channel, and even other things I do, is don't tell anyone what you're going to do. Just do it. Just do it. Whether that's moving, we're going to have to see what it's tied up to in a moment. And always say less than necessary this month. There's something, if you can, there's something about open up, vent to the people who you know truly are on your side. This could be a mentor, this could be me, this could be whoever. But when it comes to those people who view you as a fool, or who don't believe in your sacred vision, don't say anything. Now, you have a lot of stability coming in, but you don't see it yet. There's a lot going on internally this month, Gemini, that on the outside, it's going to look like trash for a lot of you, I'm not going to lie. On the inside, you're going to be turning into a golden orb of pure light, and of tangible, practical pure light. Your challenge is the Four of Wands. Okay, so your biggest opportunity is the Four of Pentacles, and your challenge is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands in your challenge, Gemini, is telling you you are going through a rite of passage, and the challenge is challenging things are happening, but you're actually in alignment. Here's the thing about this reading, Gemini. You see the Four Wands, 1111. What does that mean? This is the 1111 frequency. Okay, so this could basically just be another 1111. And there's this feeling coming through about, why does it have to be this difficult? Why does this process of manifesting this big, bold vision, being viewed as a sacred fool? For a lot of you, you view yourself that way. For those types out there that don't really... For those of you who have already overcome the pull of social conditioning, you view yourself as a fool, by the way. But this is a rite of passage. You're entering a portal right now, and that's your biggest challenge, stepping through the portal. Now, for others of you, the Four of Wands has to do with soul family. And for a lot of you, you're going to be finally leaving behind. And for actually a lot of you, no doubt, someone who's helped you, someone who, you know, an ex, someone who's like loved you along this path, door is slammed shut right now, I swear. Like there's someone here in your life that I'm never gonna have to do a reading again about it. Like I'm never gonna have to talk to you about this person. We'll see what it's tied up to when we clarify. Now here's the thing. When it comes to your overall general energy this month, Gemini, it's not what it looks like. Okay, I'm telling you, it's not what it looks like on the surface. We'll clarify to see. Your overall general energy is the Five of Pentacles upright, the Six of Swords, and also the Ten of Wands. This is really an energy of painful, deep transformation. And so we're going to have to clarify in a moment, Gemini. But I see a lot of you here giving up limiting beliefs. For a lot of you, you will be moving. You will be traveling from a place that no longer serves you. Where you're going to be traveling to, there also may be more difficulties. Whether this is you're traveling in your career, a lot of you are going to be physically traveling, I'm getting though. But the reason why this is big, and when you see this contrast like this, it's almost like an eclipse energy. I'll show you in a minute when it comes to your overall versus what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming is a blessing. Whether this is, for some of you, this is going to be actually someone helping you. For others of you, this is going to be an inner strength or a synchronistic opportunity that opens up what you don't see coming, Gemini. Complete 180 from the last frequency. Three major arcanas. You have the Magician, you have the King of Swords, and you have the Hierophant. That is ultimate wizard, mental confidence, assuredness. This is like the Hierophant. Why do you think the Hierophant, or like the Magician, the King of Swords, why do you think these people are sitting in the seat? Because they had an easy life? Or because they had everything easy come to them? No. We're going to clarify this, Gemini, but what you don't see coming, you have the ability to manifest what you want. You're using spiritual energy with that Magician. You have utter assuredness and confidence with that King of Swords. You also have the Hierophant here, which is borrowing from traditional religion, like organizing your life through some sort of deep established thing. For some of you, you're going to be meeting a mentor that's with you for a very long time, I have to say. Some of you in May 2023, there's someone coming into your life, could be even online that you don't actually physically know them. But Gemini, that is one of the strongest spreads I have seen. And in contrast with your overall general energy, once again, on the outside, it could look in shambles. On the inside, you're doing the real work. And a lot of you who this big, bold vision has to do with you being like some sort of authority figure, it is coming through. It is coming through. But you just need to be patient. Because once again, May is the starting point for the rest of the year for you. So if you get this month right, you're going to get the whole rest of your year right. But you're not going to get this month right by just being like lollipops, rainbows. Yeah, no. Well, because what is that Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands? You tell me. That don't look like, so some of you could compartmentalize things and just, go along as usual and act like this is not happening. But for those of you that do that, good luck. But then here, when we come to your advice from your spirit guides, very interesting advice. You have the Five of Swords, you have the Lover's card, you also have the Nine of Pentacles here, Gemini. For a lot of you here, you need a little bit of independence from potentially a soul contract, potentially someone you're very close with, a family. There could be a coworker, or there could be someone, soulmate, someone who's, I'm getting this person is still in your life, or this influence is still in your life. For some of you, Gemini, you're unaware of how they're harming you from moving forward independently. For some of you, I get a codependent energy when it comes to your career with you and someone, and you're not aware of how their influence is basically dominating yours. So for some of you, you could be switching business. Maybe you have a mentor and you don't realize how, or you have or something. But the interesting thing about this reading is the Five of Swords in your advice is looking right at that Four of Wands in your challenge. And so for some of you here with this energy, Gemini, there is an element of someone in the past who has sabotaged you that door is finally closing. But for a lot of you, you do need to turn your back on someone that you love. You need to turn your back on someone that you love so that you don't hurt them in the long run, or they don't hurt you. You also, remember, you have this Lover's card, you have the Nine of Pentacles in your advice. We're going to have to clarify in a minute. But Gemini, I get good, I get good energy from this, even though, like, I get like this is a month where you're gonna almost, some of you are gonna experience temporary enlightenment, by the way. I'm not even kidding. Some of you are gonna have what we call a Satori moment in May. It could be brief, but the seed is going to be with you forever. When we look at what you don't see coming, the Magician, the King of Swords, the Hierophant, I've really never seen a mentally, you are going to be the most mentally or emotionally strong you've ever been in your life. What I'm getting for some of you, it's going to happen for a few days. It could happen for a week. It could even happen immediately following a traumatic fallout for some of you. And even if it doesn't stay with you forever, okay, the seed is going to propel you into the future so that you can, once again, manifest that big, bold vision and go into some form of hard work with a stoicism like you've never had before. So this is going to be, I'm just getting, this is going to be a month to remember. Yeah, completely new experience, and you have shock of the new. So let's go ahead and clarify some of these. I'm interested in clarifying why this Four of Wands is in your challenge, because it's linked up to people or a lifeline. And once again, the 1111 in your challenge is you are going through difficulties, but they're there for your highest good. This is not a reading where you're experiencing difficulties of your own making. Well, from a certain perspective, yes, but overall, no. Overall, the difficulties that you're experiencing are like meant to be happening. And so why is the Four of Wands here? Let's go ahead and see, Gemini, in your challenge. Okay, well, you have the King of Pentacles popping out. Ten of Pentacles showed itself. Yeah. What's with all these flippers? For a lot of you here, well, interesting energy here. I have to say what I'm getting. I'm sorry, I have to say what I'm getting. I will in a second, but your Four of Wands, Clara, I really wish there was just like, you could see my thoughts. Like, for those of you that can see that, maybe like if Teal Swan is watching this, or anyone else probably not, you're probably laughing. But what I'm saying is the Four of Wands in your challenge is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and also the Ace of Wands here in your challenge, Gemini. And it's interesting because the King of Swords is in what you don't see coming. And so for some of you, this is, you're on the journey to like long-term mental and financial fortification, right? Mental fortification, financial fortification, new beginning, inspiration that leads to that. For some of you males, for some of you men who are in business with someone, there could be a new beginning when it comes to business partnerships, okay? So you could be linking yourself up to other people. Now, the thing I was laughing at is for some of you men out there, you could be exploring your sexuality, because for me, the Ace of Wands is the male genital card, and then you have two men together, and you have the Four of Wands in your challenge. So for some of you, if you've been like questioning your sexuality, or you've been like trying to explore that, there could be a scenario that's challenging for you to look at your own sexual exploration. That's mainly for the men. And if it is for the women, then it could have to do with something about having multiple male partners. I don't think that's meant for most of you, but some of you out there are Geminis. I mean, you know. If I really, okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. My man. All right. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. All right, Gemini, why is the Six of Swords here for you in your overall general energy? And yeah, and then some of you have shame around that. If it's the sexual thing, because once again, you have the Five of Swords looking right at that, and the Lovers is right next to it as well. So there could be something about some of you as well, the ladies out there, there could be a choice in love here. Yeah, okay, I did the thing for the men. Okay? Weirdness, business partner, or sexual thing. Okay, for the women though, you're very attracted to two men. One of them is going to have a lot of earth in their chart. One of them is going to have a lot of air in their chart. You're attracted to both of them. And so there could be a difficult choice in love that you have to make here. And where one of these people are going to feel out in the cold. Okay? And you will feel that as well. Because I feel like a lot of you are empaths. Why is the Six of Swords here though, Gemini? In your overall general energy. Sorry, one more. Yes, I know some cards are showing themselves. Don't worry about it. Heard your thought. All right. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and also the Emperor. So, a lot of you, once again, making money moves, having very intense plans of ambition and not really telling anyone. The Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Once again, this, no matter what this reading is about, this comes down to your money and your mindset. No matter, like Gemini, your money and your mindset are going to be in your forefront of your mind. And being able to, once again, the Six of Swords clarified by what? The Four of Pentacles to the Queen of moving in silence. Some of you also may have a silent love thing. Okay, for some of you, if you want to have a love thing, maybe this is someone you already know, or for some of you, I'm just getting this. Not for all of you. There could be something about a silent new relationship, but you don't publicize it. Let's see what the Ten of Wands is here, and your overall general energy as well. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Yeah, we're flipping you. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Gemini. Your Ten of Wands is clarified by what? The Nine of Pentacles and also the Four of Wands. What this tells me is you're going through a difficult period in order to manifest financial freedom or some sort of independence in your life, okay? The Nine of Pentacles has to do with independence. It has to do with infinite abundance, like not even worrying about money. The best part about money, Gemini, for me, is not having to think about money. I don't want to, like, what, you want some numbers in my bank account? Here you go. Like, I don't want to think, it's like, because my whole life up until like 2 years ago, I was always stressed out about money. Always. So now, I don't even, you know, the best part about money is not thinking about money. But for you, the Ten of Wands clarified by the Four of Wands, once again, you're in a rite of passage. You are in alignment. Whatever difficulty, Ten of Wands, you're facing to achieve financial independence or achieve independence of some sort of, you're good. And it's going to seem crazy, but you got this, Gemini. Now, let's just clarify a few more before we get you out of here. Let's clarify why the, I think the King of Swords will actually encompass, it's the centerpiece to your reading. In a 9-card spread, technically it's an 11-card spread, but the King of Swords is the centerpiece to this reading, and this is really, for a lot of you, it represents your mindset. For others of you, especially the ladies out there dealing with a choice in love, you may choose the air sign, or you may choose the person who you perceive as smarter, or there's something about a choice in love that you actually end up choosing someone over the other person. Hold on. There's just too much. It's just too much. Why is the King of Swords here? No, sorry. Why is the King of Swords here? You see, Gemini, the thing is, like, Being a great tarot card reader is actually about how do you get the card out of the deck? Can you get the right card out of the deck or no? That's an aspect of tarot no one talks about. The King of Swords is clarified by the World, the Six of Cups, and also the King of Wands here, Gemini. Okay, so there could be a fire sign that comes into your life that is a past relationship. Someone comes back into your life for some of you, but most of you here, this is to do with your own inspiration. It doesn't have to do with another person. The King of Swords is clarified by the King of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the World. This is your inner child. Inspiration, big bold vision. People view you as a sacred fool, but a cycle is coming to completion for you right now, and in turn, it is a major upgrade for you right now, Gemini. Whatever's going on in your life, it may look weird, it may look unshaky, but inside, there's almost some sort of like past life upgrade. For a lot of you, this does have to do with an improved lover that may really, you don't see this coming. Especially for some of those ladies that like you really don't see this coming. Or the way that it happens is just like, it's just like low probability. But really, Gemini, I like this reading for you. I'm going to conclude it right now, but I hope that you have a great May, and I will talk to you next week on your next reading.